Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video, I wanted to have a quick look at the Xeno Crisis I recently picked up from the company Bitmap Bureau. I have played this game for the first time on my Evercade, and I was more like, I want to have a physical copy for my Sega Mega Drive. If you ask me, it's a very interesting time we're living. And the reason I'm saying this, I grew up in the 90s playing on my Sega Mega Drive, playing almost on other crazy devices. But now even in 2021 you can buy new games for the Mega Drive. And these are not like the typical homebrew games you can find sometimes or naughty games from AliExpress. This is like the real stuff, like a company releasing a brand new game for an old school 90s game system. That is just freaking awesome. But what I find very fascinating is the quality of the casing to begin with. Like this thing looks like an authentic 90s game cartridge in combination with an official box. And the main reason I have seen my share of fake products, and most of them have like these very flimsy boxes and like really cheap horrible plastic. But this is like very nice plastic. So let's take a close look at the manual to begin with. Now in 2021, when you're going to get yourself a new game, there are not even manuals anymore. And I think this is what like a part of the experience back in the day. So before you're going to play the game, you can just go into walk through the introduction, how you need to play it, and what was this game all about. That was more like part of the experience, and that is why I also love to play retro games. When you're looking here, we can have the 3 and 6 button control support. Later on in this video I'll play some and I'll explain you how it works. We can choose between 2 characters, every enemy has been explained and what can you expect from them. And overall, like different weapon systems, this game is a clone of Smash TV, and in my opinion even better. I don't know, let me know in the comments, man. Did you play Smash TV and what were your experiences with it? I back in the day loaned it from somebody. I didn't even own it, but I did loan it a lot and I played it a lot. So here you can see like we're having a lot of different areas to play with. Melee attack, roll cancel, roll attack and discard weapons. And overall, really cool. So let's take a close look at the game cartridge itself. Okay, so the game cartridge. I have myself seen so many of these horrible fake Chinese knockoffs. But this thing feels very nice. It feels almost legit. Of course it doesn't have like the official Sega logos, but it just says here Bitmap Bureau. What I find really fascinating is that he created a cartridge that almost have like this authentic feeling to it from back in the 90s. But it also defines quality when you're looking at the plastic on the box itself. You can see like it has a kind of a pattern, and that is something you don't see with Chinese fake versions I've seen in the past. And like this is like these tiny minor things you can see like they are using like quality stuff. But okay, so let's take a close look at an official game. The manuals were different, what you can see over here, like very thick now. They were using different kind of paper because this game is already very old. But when you're looking at the cartridge quality and you put it in your collection, you would almost say like it is a game from the 90s. See, and that's the thing what I really like about it. Take consideration, it will not be like 100% accurate, but like these minor things I can really appreciate. The same with the pattern on the plastic here, you can see it's the same quality. The box quality is very nice. It feels slightly different, but it's getting really close, and I'm just going to give him extra kudos for this, that they can actually make a very nice copy. When we boot up the game itself, the first thing we're going to choose is the language. And I must say, I was surprised to see we're having so many diversity when it comes to languages that we can choose, but we're going to choose English. So the next thing that we're going to get is the introduction, what this game is all about. Something that we don't have with all games. We can also check the manuals, but it's just really cool to see that he put all this extra effort to explain what is the game all about. When the game boots up, we have the option to play alone or together with your buddy. Check options, we're only having 2 difficulty settings, audio, control, but let's take a close look at the audio function and all the options. We can turn off the sound, the music, we can listen to some background music, and of course we can check out the sound effects and the voice itself. Then we're having controls, and with the controls there are some things that you need to take consideration. Here we can see we have different configurations for 3 and 6 button controls. The 6 button pad is the best way to play in my opinion. First of all, we're going to get 4 buttons, so we can basically have all the freedom to shoot in every direction and walk at the same time. Also includes a grenade button and the dash. With the 3-button controller, I'm not a big fan of it. First of all, I don't like the D-pad. It can be like the D-pad is completely wore out or I just need to clean it. But beside that point, like, you need to hold the shoot button and can only shoot in one direction. So in my opinion, you are very limited of the freedom and shooting your enemies and make this game way more difficult than playing with a 6-button pad. But in my opinion, you can mess around with the settings, what you want to do with it. But I think like the 6-button pad is just the best way to go to. But let's take a look at another detail I realized. When you're changing the difficulty setting, you also change out the background and the color of the decal itself. Like these minor things, adjustments, I will show you. Let's go to the option. Let's choose the difficulty hard. You can see everything goes to red now and the Xeno Crisis go to a different color when it comes to the decal. Really cool. So let's boot up the game and let's take a close look at it. So first of all, I really like the fact when you're changing between players, you can choose 2 players. That's it. That's the only thing that you can do. The game itself is straightforward. Like, you need to walk around from room to room, collect dog tags to upgrade your perks and in the end give you like a small advantage. Shoot your way through the enemies and be very careful because this game is not forgiving. Throw your grenades, that's one of the options, upgrade your weapons and not to forget roll away if you can't dodge the bullet anyway. So these are the things that you can do, so let's do a quick gameplay. In stage 2 you will be introduced to new weapons like grenade launcher, flamethrowers and a lot of cool goodies. You can see like you can use them in different ways. For example, you have a time limit or you have an ammo limit. And overall like a really cool experience and blast your way through all the freaking aliens and blast them back to the hole where they came from. Another thing I just wanted to show you that I really appreciate. So this is more like the old school style Mega Drive / Genesis look. What you can do is like turn the paper around and get like the newer generation of layout when it comes to the cover. So you can even choose between which one you want to use. How cool is that? Look at this. That is freaking awesome, man. That is really cool. But let's boot up the game itself and let's talk about it and what do I think of the overall experience. I did talk with some people like asking what do you think of Xeno Crisis or games like that in general. Take consideration they are not like official released games back in the day, so it's kinda of a retro game. I don't mind buying new games for my old system because it's just cool, it's just a completely new experience. I really love Xeno Crisis, I played it a lot on my Evercade, but personally, for me, this is just the ultimate way to play this game on my original Mega Drive. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become one of the Wicked family and let me know in the comments. I find it very important to have your opinion. What do you think of Xeno Crisis in general and what do you think of, let's say, games that you're going to like make and release for old school system. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Let's play some Xeno Crisis.